So we have case study L. So for question 14, it says what sampling technique is used for this study? And the correct answer is A, convenient sampling. And this is because if you look on page 206, under convenient sample, it talks about how volunteers are an example of this. And if you read the case study, they chose the participants based off of volunteers.
Question 15, the application of the PI in this study is an example of which step in the scientific method? And the answer is A. And if you go to page 207, under data analysis and interpretation, it says once the study has been completed, or perhaps at an interval, a longer study, the data, I'm reading the wrong part. Let's see. The data are collected for statistical analysis. The analysis method is selected prior to the anticipation of the study. Not often all the data are collected are useful for this analysis. So it goes to show they collected, organized, and analyzed the data in this case study.
Number 16 says, which of the following is a statement of the null hypothesis for this study? And on page 221 through 222, it gives the definition of the null hypothesis. And this is two groups that do not differ. So if you look at D, which is the answer, it says there is no difference between the ability of the mouth rinse and the 0.07 CPC mouth rinse to control plaque and gingivitis. So that is the correct answer.
Alright, so number 17, what type of study is reflected by the methods of this research study? Select 4 types of studies from the following list. So B, clinical trial, it would be found on page 253. And also experimental study, which is on page 253, would best be a method for this case study. And then double-blind study can be found on page 202, and then time series study on 203. And all of those are definitions that you can find to back up for that case study.
All right, the number 18. So this is which of the following is controlled by the procedures used with the examiners as they measure the plaque biofilm. So the correct answer is A, which is inter-examiner reliability, and it's found on page 239. And so there's a chart that says inter-rater reliability, and if you look in the paragraph before that chart, it tells you that the inter-rater is also known as inter-examiner, so they are the same thing. And then if you read the definition of it, it's an agreement among 2 or more examiners as they apply a test or index. So it would be this one because there is 2 examiners in this case study. And the other option, the inter-rater reliability or intra-rater reliability, that one would just be one single examiner, so that's why that choice is not correct.